Shanti, good morning. So, we listen to Baba's Murli for 14th January. Today is the day of Sankranti in India. So, and in the state of Gujarat, there's a kite flying festival. So, they fly kites today. And what does this flying of kites mean? The kites fly up, right? And the thread is connected with someone who is managing it. So, in the same way, I, the soul, has to fly up closer and closer to God. Even though the soul is in this body, in this world, playing the part with this body, but there has to be a certain kind of detachment from this body for the soul to fly. Of course, we don't leave the body in meditation and come back. The soul is here, but we are visualizing and experiencing through the third eye with the mind and intellect. And that's what we need to practice, staying beyond with my consciousness. Sure. So today's Murli, the essence is, sweet children, you should not look at anyone's body. Consider yourselves to be souls and don't look at anyone's body. Question. To which two special aspects should each of you Brahmin children pay attention? To which two special aspects should each of you Brahmin children pay attention? Answer. This study and the divine virtues. These are the two main aspects we pay attention to. Whereas some children don't have the slightest anger, others have so much anger that they fight a great deal. You children should be concerned about imbibing divine virtues and becoming deities. Do not speak angrily to anyone. Baba says, the children who have anger within them are like lords and ladies of evil spirits. Because sometimes what we speak in anger, we don't even realize. So it's like the lords and ladies of evil spirits. You must not talk to anyone who has such evil spirits of anger. So today Baba is bringing our attention to the two aspects, which is the study and imbibing divine virtues. The song is, my fortune having awakened, I have come. So we have awakened our fortune and come to Baba. Om Shanti. You children heard the song. The meaning of such records are not explained at any other gathering. They simply read the scriptures there. In the sixth temple, those who read the Granth take 2 lines from it and then expand on those. Nowhere else is the record they play explained. It is only Baba, no? He would play some song and then explain the spiritual meaning of that song. Nowhere else do they do that. The father now explains all of those songs belong to the path of devotion. You children have been told that this knowledge is separate from devotion and can only be given by incorporeal Shiv. This knowledge is called spiritual knowledge. There are varieties of knowledge. Someone may ask you whether you know how this carpet is made. There's knowledge of everything, right? There's knowledge of slightest things, right? How carpet is made, how this is made, and then bigger knowledge of science and math and geography, history, so much. So all of those are physical things. You children know that there's only the one spiritual father of us souls, and that it is not possible to see his form with these eyes. And the knowledge that he gives us is the true spiritual knowledge. It is for the soul. The knowledge that people learn, like making certain things, or it's for the livelihood of the body. They earn. their income with that. And this spiritual knowledge is helping us transform, is also generating a spiritual income for us. What is the spiritual income for us? It's accumulating blessings from others as our spiritual income, right? So when we imbibe these divine virtues, when we interact with these, using these divine virtues with others, when I understand this knowledge, connect to Baba, all of that is my income. When I share divine virtues with others, is generating income, spiritual income. So Baba says that we cannot see him with these eyes. The image of that incorporeal being is like a saligram. Saligram is like oval image. He is called the Supreme Soul. He is called the incorporeal. He doesn't have a human form. Everything definitely has a form, and the tiniest form is that of a soul. It's the tiniest. huh? That's why we can't see with these physical eyes. That is called the wonder of nature. A soul is so tiny that it cannot be seen with these eyes. You children have now been given divine eyesight with which you can have visions of everything. You can see with divine eyesight those who existed in the past. That one became the past first of all. He has now come again, and so you also have a vision of him. So Shiv Baba is past, right? Baba came last cycle also. So the longest duration is of Shiv Baba. So he came last cycle and he has come again now. So Baba says, he is very subtle. From this it can be understood that no one but the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can give this knowledge of souls. No one can give this knowledge of souls. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, is the only one who is 100% soul conscious, who remains soul conscious for all times. That's why he's able to, excuse me, that's why he's able to give us this knowledge of soul. But all of us, other souls who play part in this drama, from soul consciousness, we become body consciousness. We forgot. So Baba says, people do not know souls accurately. In the same way, they cannot know the Supreme Soul accurately. People in the world have innumerable opinions about God. Some say that souls merge into the Supreme Soul, and others say something else. You children now understand this number wise, according to the efforts you make. This cannot sit in everyone's intellect to the same extent. You repeatedly have to make this sit in your intellects. We are souls, and we play our parts of 84 births. The Father now says, consider yourselves to be souls. Know me, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and remember me. The Father says, I enter this one and give this knowledge to you children. Because you children don't consider yourselves to be souls, your vision goes towards this body. Because we see with these eyes, and what we see with these eyes attracts us. So, because I'm not soul conscious, because I don't use my inner eye, my third eye, to see myself as a soul or see others as souls, then the attention is drawn to the body. In fact, you do not have anything to do with this one, with Brahma Baba. The bestower of salvation for all is Shiv Baba, and we give happiness to everyone according to his directions. This one has no arrogance about giving happiness to everyone. Those who do not remember the Father accurately cannot have their defects removed. And yesterday, Baba said, right, what is needed for accurate remembrance? You remember? Baba said patience, maturity, and samaj, which is sensible, or understanding. So Baba said these three are needed for accurate remembrance. So if one does not have accurate remembrance, the defects cannot be removed. They do not have the faith that they are souls. People neither know about souls nor the Supreme Soul. It was the people of Bharat who spread the idea of omnipresence around, saying that God is everywhere. Hmm? The serviceable children amongst you understand this, but the rest of you don't understand as much. If you children recognize the Father accurately and fully, you would remember him and also imbibe divine virtues. So Baba is saying out of us also, not everyone has recognized Baba accurately and fully. Because if we did, all of us also recognize Baba number wise. And based on the percentage, we remember Baba. We have love for Baba. And we follow his Srimad. So Shiv Baba explains this to you children. This is a new aspect. Brahmins are definitely needed. No one in the world knows the period when the children of Prajapita Brahma exist. There are many physical Brahmins, but that creation are born from the wombs. They are physical Brahmins from birth. But here we are mouth-born Brahmins who are born through this knowledge. So they are not mouth-born creation, the children of Brahma. The children of Brahma receive an inheritance from God, the Father. Children of Brahma who are mouth-born Brahmins receive inheritance from God directly. You are now receiving that inheritance. You Brahmins are separate from those Brahmins. You Brahmins exist at the confluence age, whereas those Brahmins exist in copper and iron ages. Yeah, because in golden age, there's no class system. There's no, this one is a Brahmin, this one is this. No, right? Everyone is deity. So Baba says, you confluence aged Brahmins are totally separate. Prajapita Brahma has many children. A physical father is also called Brahma because he creates children. But that is a matter connected to the bodies. Physical father, physical mother, they create children, but that's the body. That's why the body carries the DNA of the parents, right? Everything that is tested, blood, DNA test, this test is of the body. What DNA does the soul carry? Whose DNA does the soul carry? So Baba's DNA, right? But can we measure this DNA? Is there any test to check what is the DNA of the soul? No, there's no test. So Baba says that this father, Shiv, would say, all souls are my children. You are the sweetest spiritual children. It is easy to explain this to anyone. Shiv Baba doesn't have a body of his own. People celebrate the birthday of Shiv, but he doesn't have a body, which you could see. Everyone else has a body. Only Shiv Baba doesn't have a body. He's the incorporeal, supreme soul. And because he doesn't have a body, he's able to stay 100% pure. If God also takes body, then he comes into a karmic account with the elements, with nature. So all souls have their own bodies. It is their bodies that are given names. The Supreme Soul doesn't have a body of his own, and this is why he's called the Supreme Soul. That soul is called Shiv. That name never changes. When someone changes his body, the name also changes. Shiv Baba says, I am constantly the incorporeal Supreme Soul. According to the drama plan, I have now taken this body. Even the names of sannyasis change. When someone belongs to a guru, his name is changed. You also used to have your names changed, but for how long would Baba continue to change everyone's names? So in the beginning, some sisters, mothers, their names were changed. But Baba says, how long can Baba change everybody's name? Now there are like million, no more than 12 million. So Baba can't change 12 million names. So, so many ran away, even though they had such meaningful names from God, they still ran away. Those who were here at that time had their names changed. No one's name is changed now. You cannot trust anyone. Maya defeats many, and so they run away. This is why Baba doesn't give a new name to anyone. It is not good if he gives a name to one and not to another. Although you all say, Baba, we now belong to you, you do not belong to Baba accurately. See how impartial Baba is. He says, if I give name to one, then I have to give name to everybody. That's the that's how Baba is. Very impartial, no favorites. So Baba says that many of you don't understand the meaning of becoming an heir. Baba says you all say that you belong to Baba, but it's number wise. It's not accurately. So Baba says you don't understand the meaning of becoming an heir. What does it mean to become an heir? Varis. It means that I have a right to my father's treasures. It means that I live um, in happiness. I live with zeal and enthusiasm. I live with the intoxication of who am I. Many come to meet Baba, but they are not heirs. They are unable to enter the rosary of victory. Some good children consider themselves to be heirs, but Baba knows that they are not heirs. In order to become an heir, you first have to make God your heir. First make Baba your heir. That means I first have to take the first step of surrendering to God. I surrender to God. I surrender my mind, intellect, body, wealth, everything to God. And I say, Baba, all this belongs to you. Now you use it how you want to use it. Baba, I am your instrument. You use me how you want to use me. It is difficult to explain these secrets. Baba explains to you children what it means to be an heir. When you make God your heir, you have to give him all of your property. Then the Father would make you his heir. Only the poor can do this. The rich are unable to give their property. Give their property, meaning we don't sign and give. Okay. No, that's not what it is. But what Baba is saying is everything, property means everything that belongs to you is now surrendered to God. So I'm not attached to it. I'm using it as a trusting. Because many a times when we feel that this is mine, then there's that ownership. It belongs to me. And then there's attachment. Sometimes, physical property, this body as property, and sometimes even children as property because ownership. So wherever there's any kind of ownership, my phone, my car, my home, my mother, my father, my relationship, my friend, my anything that is my, Baba says, give it to Baba. So finishing that ownership. So the rosary is created from only a few children. Of course, Brahma Baba surrendered everything to the trust because it was needed. At that time, the money was needed. He had to take care of so many of the children, right? And there are many who have done that. Hmm? So Baba says, if you were to ask Baba, Baba could tell you whether or not you have a right to become an heir. That Baba, as well as this Baba, could tell you. This is a common aspect to understand. You need wisdom in order to become an heir. You can see that Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the world, but no one knows how they claimed that mastership. Your aim and objective is now in front of you. That is what you have to become. You children say that you will become the Sun Dynasty Lakshmi or Narayan, not the Moon Dynasty Ram or Sita. Ram and Sita are defamed in the scriptures. In Lakshmi and Narayan, there are no stories of any anything of Lakshmi and Narayan. But Ram and Sita are kind of defamed. Like Sita was kidnapped, then Ram went, brought back Sita, then Ram got influenced, then sent away Sita again. So it's these stories of defamation. So you would never hear any defamation of Lakshmi and Narayan. There's defamation of Shiv Baba and of Sri Krishna. Hmm? There's defamation of Shiv Baba and also of Sri Krishna. So many stories of Sri Krishna, no? Of running away with the clothes of the gopis while they were bathing, um, breaking into homes for butter, right? Like Krishna is shown like a thief in the scriptures, but a naughty and mischievous one. Hmm? So the father says, I make you children the most elevated of all. You children become even higher than I am. No one would ever defame Lakshmi or Narayan. Baba says, I am also defamed. They put me everywhere. They say that everything bad that happens in the world is because of God. God is making things happen. Baba says, that's my defamation. But I make you more elevated than me. I make you into Lakshmi and Narayan who are not defamed at all. Although the Sri Krishna soul is the same as Narayan one, because people do not know this, they have defamed him. They build a temple to Lakshmi and Narayan with a lot of happiness. In fact, the temple they build should be to Radhe and Krishna because they were Satopradhan, because they are children and children are purer than the adult form. So these Lakshmi and Narayan are in their adult stage and so they are called Sato, whereas those Radhe and Krishna are young and so they are called Sato Pradhan. A small child is equal to a Mahatma, great soul, because a child carries that innocence, the purity. Just as little children do not know what vice, etc., is, in the same way, the adults there have no knowledge of what vice is. These five evil spirits do not exist there. They know nothing about vices. So, in Golden Age, children, adult, nobody knows anything about vices. That's why when we look at the images of Lakshmi and Narayan, there's innocence. The beauty is of the purity of innocence. At present, it is the night. Only at night is there the desire for lust. Deities exist in the day, and so there is no desire for lust there. There are no vices there. Now that it is the night, everyone indulges in vice. You know that all your vices will end as soon as the morning comes. You will then not know what vices are. They are Ravan's vicious traits. This is a vicious world. In that viceless world, there is no question of vice. That is called God's kingdom. At present, it is the devil's kingdom, but no one knows that. You now know everything number wise according to the effort you make. There are many of you children. People are unable to understand whose children you Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are. They all remember Shiv Baba. They do not remember Brahma. They all remember Shiv Baba. No, they do devotion for Shiv. No, but hardly anybody performs devotion on Brahma. There's only one temple to Brahma. So this one also says, remember Shiv Baba, through whom all your sins will be absolved. Your sins will not be absolved by remembering anyone else. It is written in the Gita, constantly remember me alone. Shri Krishna didn't say this. You receive the inheritance from the incorporeal Father. Krishna didn't say, remember me alone. It is Shiv Baba who spoke the knowledge of the Gita. And he's saying, remember me. And you will receive inheritance from the incorporeal Father. Only when you consider yourselves to be souls will you be able to remember the incorporeal Father. First of all, have the firm faith that you are souls and that your Father is the Supreme Soul. He says, remember me and I will give you your inheritance. I am the bestower of happiness for all. I take all souls back to the land of peace. Those who claimed the inheritance from the Father in the previous cycle will come and become Brahmins and claim the inheritance again. So yesterday also Baba said that those who came in the previous cycle, when they listen to this knowledge, and they will just be so happy, they'll be so intoxicated, they'll be able to connect to God immediately. That's when you know that these are souls of previous cycle. So Baba says, amongst Brahmins too, some are very firm children. There are real children and there are stepchildren. We children are the genealogical tree of incorporeal Shiv. This is a matter of such intoxication that I, the soul, am part of the genealogical tree of Shiv Baba. I am God's direct child. You know how this genealogical tree grows. Now, having become Brahmins, we have to return home. All souls have to leave their bodies and return home. Both the Pandavas and the Kauravas have to leave their bodies. So in the world, Baba calls some as Pandavas. So we are Pandavas, those who have a loving intellect towards God, those who are with God, with Baba. And Kauravas are everybody else in the world. So Baba says that everyone has to go back home. So you take the sanskars of this knowledge with you, and the reward you receive is according to those. That too is fixed in the drama. The part of this knowledge in the drama then comes to an end. Now, after taking 84 births, you are receiving this knowledge again. This knowledge will then disappear and you will experience your reward. So, whatever sanskars I have created with this knowledge will give me the reward. So, there aren't pictures, etc., of any other religions there. You have pictures on the path of devotion. So in Golden Age, there are no pictures of any other religion because there are no other religions. So Baba says, your pictures exist throughout the path of devotion. In your kingdom, there are not any other pictures. There are only the deities at that time. You can understand from this that the deities are the original and eternal ones. They don't remember Baba, they don't remember anything. They are eternal, just so pure. The world continues to grow afterwards. You children should churn this knowledge and remain in super sensuous joy. There are many points to churn. However, Baba knows that Maya makes you repeatedly forget. You have to remember that Shiv Baba is teaching you. He is the highest on high. We now have to return home. These things are so easy. Everything depends on remembrance. We have to imbibe divine virtues and become deities. The five vices are evil spirits. There are the evil spirits of lust, anger, and body consciousness. Yes, some have more evil spirits than others. You Brahmin children know that these five vices are big evil spirits. The number one evil spirit is lust. Today Baba is saying lust. The second number is anger. When someone speaks in a rough way, the Father says that that one has anger in him. That evil spirit has to be removed. It is very difficult to remove an evil spirit. Anger causes sorrow for one another. Not as many people experience sorrow through attachment. Those who do have attachment only experience sorrow. Because sorrow is experienced through attachment, not love. Love will not give sorrow. Attachment will give sorrow. This is why the Father says, chase those evil spirits away. Each one of you children should pay special attention to the study and to imbibing divine virtues. So don't focus on how do I get rid of anger? How do I get no? Just focus on what I need to imbibe. Let me imbibe this. Let me pay attention to my mind. Let me pay attention to this. And automatically these will go away. Some children don't have the slightest trace of anger, whereas others fight a great deal due to anger. You children should think about imbibing divine virtues and becoming deities. Never speak in anger. When someone becomes angry, you can understand that that person has an evil spirit of anger in him. It is as though they become lords and ladies of evil spirits. Never talk to those who have such evil spirits. If someone is in anger, don't retaliate. Don't say anything. When someone speaks in anger and the evil spirit also enters the other one, the two evil spirits then fight with each other. No? So I can't say that I got angry because that one made me angry. Because they were angry, I got angry. No, these are excuses. Baba says, don't open your mouth. If someone is angry or speaking to you in an angry manner, don't say anything. Baba says at that time, put a bead in your mouth. Don't open your mouth. They will become quiet. The expression lady of evil spirits, Bhoot Nathani, is very dirty. You should stay away from such a person so that that evil spirit doesn't enter you. Don't remain standing in front of an evil spirit or it will enter you. The Father comes to enable you to remove your devilish traits and to imbibe divine virtues. Today, this is like the fifth time Baba is saying, imbibing divine virtues. So if someone is angry, don't just stand there and, you know, look at them or think about them. At that time, immediately remember Baba. Surround yourself in Baba's light. Feel Baba's canopy over you. That's our only protection. So you children know that you are imbibing divine virtues. The images of the deities are in front of you. Baba has told you to stay completely away from those who have anger. You need wisdom to protect yourselves. There shouldn't be any anger inside you. Otherwise, your sin will multiply 100-fold. 100 times it will multiply. The Father explains very clearly to you children. You children also understand that Baba is teaching you exactly as he did in the previous cycle. You children will continue to understand number wise according to the efforts you make. So the more effort I make, the more my intellect opens, the more I understand the deep secrets of this knowledge. Because I understand more, I will imbibe more. So it's like cycle. Have mercy for yourselves and also others. Some have mercy for others, but they don't have for themselves. Then the others then climb high whilst they themselves remain behind. They themselves do not conquer the vices, but they explain to others. So the others then conquer the vices. There are such wonders. So remain in your self-respect. Have mercy for yourself that why am I holding on to this? Why am I having this vice? Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning. From the mother, the father, Bab Dada, the spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. And the
And the
spiritual
spiritual
children
children
say
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 namaste to
namaste
the
Namaste to the
to a
spiritual
spiritual
father.
father.
Essence for Dharna. The main Dharna today is churn this ocean, churn this knowledge and remain in super sensuous joy. Do not talk to anyone in a rough way. Don't use anger to talk to anyone. Don't talk to anyone in a rough way. Move away from anyone who speaks to you in anger. In order to become an heir of God, first make him your heir. Become sensible and finish all your attachment by giving everything that belongs to you to the Father. Have mercy for yourself. Have mercy for yourself. When I have mercy for myself, I will pay attention to this knowledge. I will study. I will want to make myself better. Today's blessing. May you become an avyakt angel like the Father, like Father Brahma, by giving Sakash to all souls while in your highest stage and as a detached observer. May you become an avyakt angel like the Father by giving Sakash to all souls while in your highest stage and as detached observer. I can only give Sakash when I have this higher stage and I'm detached from the situation, from people, from everything else. Otherwise, I will also be trapped in the drama. Yesterday, someone was telling something, and the conversation was, I don't want to be trapped in the drama. I don't want to be trapped in the drama. I don't like drama around me. Right? But there is drama all the time. We are playing part in this drama. Every soul is playing their part in this drama. So there's no way that we can escape this drama of life. Yeah, I can choose to stay away. I can choose to just isolate myself physically, but the drama continues. But what happens is, even if I isolate myself for some time, I will not know what I need to work on. When I'm exposed to the drama, when I'm exposed, then I know this is what I need to work on and then detach myself. So even while I'm watching this drama, I have to stay detached, just understand myself more, what I need to work on, and then come back into action without getting influenced or affected. So if when I take the time for isolation, take that time to work on yourself, not to run away from the drama, but take that time to work on yourself. So constantly consider yourself to be an incorporeal soul, and while walking and moving around and performing actions, consider yourself to be an avyakt angel, and you will continue to fly up above. An angel is someone who stays in the highest stage. No matter what continues to happen in this physical world, be a detached observer and continue to observe everyone's part and continue to give them Sakash. Sakash's light and might. You cannot give Sakash by getting off your seat. Remain stable in the highest stage and with the help of your attitude and drishti, give the Sakash of benevolence, not while in a mixed state of mind. Only then will you be able to remain safe in any type of atmosphere and receive the blessing of becoming an avyakt angel like the Father. If I expose myself to other people's drama, and if I am getting influenced by their drama, then how will I help them? How can I give them light and might? Because even if I want to create good wishes for them, even if I want to create thoughts of empowerment for them, it will be mixed because now I am influenced. So the practice is that remain detached. Understand that everyone is playing a part in this drama. I choose to remain detached. And in that way, then I'm able to give them the help that they need. the light and might from God that they need. Today's slogan: with the power of remembrance, transform sorrow into happiness and peacelessness into peace. With the power of remembrance, the more I remember Baba, the more I remember God, I transform sorrow into happiness and peacelessness into peace. Remembrance has power. Sure. Today's point for giving Sakash: you can serve many souls while staying at any place with your pure feelings, elevated wishes, and elevated attitude and elevated vibrations. The way to do this is to be a lighthouse and a might house. There's no question of having physical facilities, a chance, or time for this. You simply need to be full of light and might. So I can serve all the many souls in the world. For that, right, I have to be detached. Detached doesn't mean that I'm not loving, I don't care, but detached more that I'm not choosing to be influenced by the things that are going on. So staying detached, I can be in any part of the world, but I can have pure feelings, pure vibrations, pure attitude, pure vision, elevated thoughts, elevated feelings towards the souls of the world. And this is how I can serve them. So the perfect example is of like a lighthouse. If you ever see a lighthouse, the lighthouse is in the middle of the ocean and survives all these waves and everything because stands tall, stands firm, stands stable. So I have to be stable and firm in my elevated stage of who am I, whose child am I, being connected to the supreme source. And that's when I can circulate, I can share the light and might with the world. Cha, Om Shanti. So today, a lot of attention on who are we exposed to? What do I choose to be exposed to? So today, Baba saying, don't be in company of angry people. If someone is getting angry, you don't say, oh, I got angry because they made me angry. No, that's an excuse. Stay calm. Remember Baba. Surround yourself with God's light. That's how I can stay protected at that time. Anger is like the evil spirit, evil. Stay away from negative or evil. Focus on remembrance and imbibing more and more of the divine virtues, using the virtues in my life. And again, I was talking about accurate remembrance today. What is needed to remember God accurately? So today, focus on the study and the divine virtues. So study, pay attention to the study, practice more of what we study. That's how the intellect will expand. Once the intellect expands, we'll understand more of this knowledge. We'll understand more. So it's like this cycle. Okay, so let's remember Baba. Stabilize yourself as the being of light. I am a powerful soul. I'm God's child. I'm God's heir who receives my inheritance from my Supreme Father. Make God also my heir. and I surrender everything to Him, my body, mind, wealth, relationships, everything that I think that belongs to me belongs to Him. I'm an instrument. I'm a trustee of everything. I use everything in a worthwhile way. I experience Baba right above me. I'm under the canopy of God's light. I experience love, peace, happiness. I imbibe these virtues and share these with others. I see everyone as God's child and speak to everyone with love and respect. Today, I will practice love and respect in my speech, in how I interact with others. I'm an angel of love. I'm an angel of peace. I'm an angel that gives everyone respect. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Okay, so angels, everyone, to speak with that love and respect. Okay, yes. Quickly, you want to share one point? Because I have to start another session. Shreyan, go ahead.
Om Shanti, my point that I got for today, my main point is to churn this knowledge and remove all attachment
Mhm.
and don't use anger when talking and remember Baba.
Good. Arya,
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. My practice point will be don't talk to anyone in anger or don't let anybody, eh, don't let an angry soul talk to you like in a angry way, and also including the fact that anger shouldn't come in my thoughts either.
Yes. You cannot stop others from talking to you in an angry way, but we have a choice to,
Take it in or let it out.
yes, right? So take it in, keep it with me, or just be with Baba at that time and not get affected by it, right? And then I have a choice to keep quiet too, because many a times when someone speaks in anger, then we also respond in the anger, no? But we have a choice how I want to respond to that person. Okay, great. All right. So have a great day. We will stay on for the next session, but those who are leaving, have a great day with Baba. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Shanti.